Could you imagine if I talked about that? My mom would kill me. Hi, it's me. So for today's video, I've decided that we're going to be talking about our wedding. Greg and I got married on June 29th, 2018 on the Gateway Clipper riverboat in Pittsburgh. If you don't know what that looks like, I'll insert a picture of it, but in your head, just imagine what Tina Turner was rolling on. First things first, we had a very large wedding party. My sister Brandy and my best friend Delaney were a matron and maid of honor, and then everyone else at the wedding party was a collection of some of my family members and best friends in the entire world. What's the matter?
Nothing, that's good. I just tried not to burp.
Oh, okay, well I was looking at you. Okay, just burp.
Sorry.
My brother-in-law Adam, my cousin Christine, my cousin Johnny, my sister's best friend Lindsay, and my best friend Martina were kind of like the people that are always in our everyday lives and we see the most often. Then we had all of my friends from college, Melissa, Sarah, Dan, Haley, and Mike, who I would not have made it through my college years at Point Park University without them. Finally, rounding out our wedding party, we had the coworkers from my last job, Kaylee, Kate, and Steve. How could I forget the most precious members of the wedding party? My niece Mackenzie, my nephew Jackson served as a junior groomsmaid and a junior groomsman, and my two youngest nieces, Briella and Gianna, were our flower girls. So I could sit here for hours and talk about the planning process of our wedding, but I'm not going to bore you with all of those details. But I will highlight some of the major points that made our wedding so special. Number one, when we went to try on dresses with Brandy, Delaney, and my nieces, and my mom, I had a meltdown in David's bridal because when I saw the colors that I had intended for our wedding, I hated them. So for 30 minutes, I sat inside of a dress rack, went on my Pinterest, and scrolled through until I picked an entirely new theme, while Greg was at home sleeping because he worked a midnight shift the night before. Number two, our DJ was included with our package through the Gateway Clipper. He couldn't meet with us the one day when we went to meet with the wedding planner, so he sent us a packet in the mail to go over all of the specifics for our wedding. It was about 4 pages long, but when I sent it back, it was about 10 pages long. It included a list of songs that he could play, a list of songs he could definitely not play, and a list of people that he was allowed to take requests from. I would say the third highlight up until the rehearsal dinner and the actual wedding day was when we went for our cake testing. As you know, I live for cupcakes, so naturally we were going to have cupcakes. But I also wanted to have a cake to cut into, so we got a little tier cake to cut into. This is important, remember this later. Now, you know me, and I am a little bit extra. Greg and I had a custom cake topper made in our likeness to be placed on top of the cake. He was wearing a police uniform, I was wearing Alex Morgan's jersey, and we had a teeny tiny Charlie to sit on a pedestal with us because at the time we did not have Sunday yet. Walking into the appointment, I had an entire folder of all the cupcakes that I wanted them to make for me, and the cake lady was very impressed. She was very happy, but I basically took control of the appointment and acted as if I worked for Bethel Bakery. So those are just some of the highlights. Now let's talk about the rehearsal dinner. The rehearsal on the boat was great. Everyone got to meet each other, it was super quick, and we all felt very prepared for the next day. Or so we thought. So the night before the wedding, Greg and I shared private vows to each other because I did not want to cry on my wedding day. I did. So we shared our vows, went to bed, and woke up the next morning ready for the day. Now, to be completely honest, we as grooms did not have to do that much the morning of the wedding. I really felt bad for all the girls in the wedding because they were up at 8 a.m. doing hair, makeup, and everything in between. So we're fully ready, we go downstairs to the lobby, and we are about to board the party bus. Now, the driver of the party bus comes, I walk up to him and introduce myself, and he says, as soon as the bride gets here, we can get on. I was unoffended, he meant no harm, so I very politely say, oh, no, there's no bride, there's two grooms. He was so sorry, he apologized, and I told him it was literally fine. So we're standing there, we're waiting for everyone to get outside, everyone has their flowers, their purses, we have our cooler with drinks, and the concierge / doorman of the hotel keeps saying, where's the bride, where's the bride, like where is she? So we're laughing because we're waiting for the bride so they can roll out the red carpet to the party bus. The doorman didn't get the memo yet. So I look at him, there's a photo, and I go, oh no, haha, there's two grooms. This lovely man looks at me and goes, oh, the bride must still be upstairs getting ready. Sis. I was like, sir, do you think that instead of being a homosexual couple, we are brother husbands marrying one woman here today in Pittsburgh? The answer was yes. So Kenzie's standing there in her white groomsmaid dress, and I said, it's her, she's a child bride, get her on the bus. And we went to take pictures. So we go and take pictures. It's 8,000 degrees. Videographer.
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 Yeah.
That's the word.
For the video person?
Yeah.
Yeah, videographer.
Videographer.
I thought that's what it was. Yeah, videographer.
I'll say the person who filmed. All the while, 2 of my former students were taking pictures and filming the entire day. Veronica did an amazing job at capturing every moment and making the pictures look so beautiful. And Madison, the guy, actually has a YouTube channel that I'll link below so you can see some of his work. It's amazing. Our wedding video is posted on this channel, so if you haven't watched it yet, please do. Grab your tissues. I cry every time when I watch it every day. So we take our pictures. They're beautiful. It's great. Everyone's hot, sweaty, but we're having a great time. Now at this point, my contact starts to bother me a little bit, so I'm getting a little stressed because I don't want to have to wear my glasses during my wedding ceremony. We get to our hospitality room, which is literally a conference room in the Gateway Clipper office, and they set out hors d'oeuvres for us. It's a cheese tray from Walmart. I paid thousands of dollars for a Walmart veggie tray. It's fine. So at this point, the jitters are starting to get me. I'm feeling a little nervous, starting to get a little anxious, and just a little worried about how everything's gonna go. So we're getting ready to leave, and my contact jumps. She's had it. I go in the bathroom, throw her back in, put some solution on her, and just say a silent prayer that she will stay in for the entire ceremony. We are walking down the steps, and our wedding planner, we'll call him Bob, comes up to me and goes, hey Brett, I just want to let you know, DJ, insert DJ's name here, cannot be here today. His grandmother passed away, so you have DJ, I don't know him. This is not my proudest moment. Having lost my grandmother recently, I can say I should probably not have said this, but in front of my closest friends and family members, I asked the wedding planner, I'm sorry, is the funeral today? So bad. But it's true. Like, honestly, I understand his grandmother just passed away. I don't know a relationship. But, like, the funeral was not that night. And if you sign up to do a job, you do it. So now I'm stressed. Not only did we have a specific list of songs, but Greg had a presentation to give, Delaney was using a PowerPoint for her speech, Kenzie had a special dance, and Melissa was singing our first dance song live. Did DJ, who the hell are you, know all of this? I don't know. I've never met the man. So we step onto the boat. There's my mom, my dad, and other important family members who are going to be walking up last with us. I look at everything. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I could not have pictured everything. Hold on. What is that? That's not my cake. I see that cake, and that is when I lose it. Now, in my heart of hearts, I knew that was the wrong cake. And who can I blame it on but the Gateway Clipper staff, even though it was from Bethel Bakery. I go up to Bob, the wedding planner, and proceed to start yelling. I'm crying, I have on my sunglasses so no one can see it. Everyone is surrounding me and they keep telling me, it's fine, it's beautiful, look at everything, it's beautiful. It was not fine. I'm yelling at the wedding planner. He's frantically trying to call Bethel Bakery to get the right cake. But I'm like, there's no way you can get it. The boat is in motion. We are pulling away from the dock. Side note, I get a tap on my shoulder. Martina goes, Angelina's still on the dock. Angelina is Martina's older sister, another close family friend of mine who I love with all my heart. I see her standing there as we're pulling away, and we can't leave her. Now, we were coming back after the ceremony, but I needed her there for the ceremony because I can't have the ceremony without Ange being there, because every other single person we invited was on the boat at this time, except for Ange. So, I make them turn the boat around, and then very professionally, very adult-like, I have Bob line up the entire Gateway Clipper staff. I asked for the captain, but they couldn't put the boat on autopilot. And I go down the line, and I proceed to tell them, fudge you, fudge you, fudge you, fudge you, fudge you. But just like the Christmas story, I did not say fudge. Yes, I said the 4-letter word. So after I cussed them all out, I decided I'm going to pull up the picture on Google of what my cake is supposed to look like. I get my phone, I scroll through, I find it, and I go, look! Huh. It was the right cake. I lined them all back up. I sincerely apologize. I let them know it's the jitters, it's the nerves. I'm not this terrible of a person. But we moved on. They got over it very quickly, and they actually said it's not the worst they've seen. We go up to the top deck. We have the ceremony. It's so hot. Shout out to the entire guest list for dealing with that. I apologize. We take pictures, and bam, we're married just like that. So we walk downstairs, we make our entrances, we cut the cake, and we get ready to eat dinner. But we're a little behind schedule because of Brett's meltdown. So I had Brandy give her speech at the beginning of dinner because, you know, hers didn't require the theatrics of the rest of the evening. And this is when I start crying in front of everyone. I knew I was going to cry just because I knew Brandy was going to get emotional when she started talking about the relationship we have, which, if you don't know, Brandy and I hate each other. Like, to the core, we hate each other. But for every ounce of hate we have for each other, we love each other 10 times more. And it was just very emotional because Brandy basically helped raise me since she's much, much, much older than I am. So it was as if she was like letting me go into the world and becoming my own person. It was very dramatic and I cried. So the rest of the evening went pretty well. We had dinner, we got to see all of our friends, we start dancing. Delaney gives her presentation. It was so funny and so sweet. I cried. Melissa sings our first dance song. It was beautiful because she's the most talented person I know. Kenzie's dance was absolutely perfect. It was to Greg and I's favorite song. I was weeping hysterically the entire time. And then Greg gives his presentation, which was a video of wedding wishes from some of our favorite celebrities and athletes, people from RuPaul's Drag Race, soccer stars we like, and from Netflix shows that we watch. And it was really funny and really sweet, and I was very caught off guard, so big shout out to Greg for being able to surprise me. Other than the cake drama at the beginning of the ceremony, nothing bad really happened. All in all, everything went so smooth because I planned it perfectly to a T and let everyone know when they could use the bathroom. The next thing I know, it's time for us to get off the boat. So we undecorate, we get all of our cookies, we get all of our food, and we go back to our hotel room with some of our friends to eat our leftover Subway. And that was it. Greg and I went to bed, we woke up the next morning, we took our tuxes back, and we drove back to where we used to live to pick up Charlie, who was staying with our friend. And then the next day, we finished moving into our house, and I went to work that Monday. All in all, it was a very, very, very busy and stressful experience, but I would not trade it for anything in this entire world. If you're blessed enough to receive an invitation to our wedding, Greg and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We talk about how much fun we had every single day and wish we could do it every single weekend. So that was our wedding day. It was filled with fun, laughs, tears, drama, and quintessential elements to make a true Brett Green experience. Live music, a dance, celebrity video diaries, multiple presentations, a couple meltdowns, contacts jumping out. What does dance say? Smash the like button. If you like this video, please smash that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Whenever and wherever you are watching this video, I hope that you all have an amazing day, a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening. And until next time, I will see you later. Cut.